It's movie review time, and as you can tell, Bart and Jennifer Mills are here, and this week we are looking at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, first of all, what do you got for us on this one?
Well, again, this is Volume 3, so if you're following the Marvel world, if you're a Guardians of the Galaxy fan particularly, the same crew is back together. James Gunn, this is his last time as a director. Those nerds who follow this kind of thing, Gunn was the director of the first two Guardians, and then they brought him back in to do the third one, but he is now going to be the head of creative over at DC. So we will not be seeing any more James Gunn related Guardians movies, probably. But this one was it's a solid one. It's back to the same sort of method that they've used in the past. It's an adventure starring Chris Pine and Chris Pratt, yeah, one of the Chris's. Just a basic white guy superhero, and he's got his regular crew of misfits that are hanging in with him, and they are trying to, as the name implies, save the galaxy.
The story was about Rocket, who's the raccoon, and it's sort of a deep dive on his backstory, which we've never got because Rocket never shared what he went through, how he was created or any of that. He was always very quiet about that and very secretive. So we found out all about that, and they were basically trying to save Rocket's life. That was their mission. So yeah, it was just really good. It was very heartfelt. It was just a really great adventure.
I'm all for anything with a rocket raccoon in it, so just get that out of the way. So how about this movie as far as computer graphics and action? Was it everything that we usually see in these?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been some bings against Marvel in recent years about the CG because literally they're putting out so much material. They just don't have enough artists to do all the work. But in this case, this was done really well. You're talking about, at one point I look over, my wife is crying over a scene where you have a cartoon raccoon and a cartoon
otter,
muskrat or otter, or
she was an otter,
marmot of some sort, and so the CG is so good. You can see the fur, you can see everything. The action sequences are, they're action sequences. There's always that big, huge fight scene at the end. It was
really well choreographed.
Yeah.
You've got every Rocket jumping on somebody's head and bouncing off a wall, and someone else sliding under somebody with a sword. And I mean, it's all really well choreographed. Just a lot of fun. I would go see it like right now in a heartbeat.
Well, it sounds like if you shed some tears, you must have been really into it.
I shed quite a few tears, to tell you the truth.
Well, let's go with the thumbs up. Let's go with the thumbs up, thumbs down. Let's start with you, Bart.
Well, I give it a high thumbs up. Now, the one thing I am going to say is that this is a pretty violent MC movie.
Yes.
This is PG-13, and I would say it's not appropriate for young kids. There were some young children in the theater, and I would have found it because of there's some bits of animal, the fake animals, but it's animal cruelty.
Yeah.
There's some real violence and a little bit of cartoonish gore, but it's definitely a great flick for kids 13 and over.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Jennifer, sounds like you're a thumbs up.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it, and I totally agree with Bart, and I'm glad that he brought that up because I know parents take their young kids because they want to see it. But like I said, I cried over some of what's going on with some of these, CG animals, and it could be very, very upsetting for a young child. So, but other than that, it's fantastic. It was pretty long, but it goes very quickly because there's so much action and so much drama.
All right. Thank you guys very much for your review of Guardians of the Galaxy, and we'll be back with more right after this.